You're listening to the Substation Gaming Podcast. I am Black Chestnut. With me, I have Lucas
Hello.
and Ricola.
Low.
Today, we're going to be talking about the first day of E3, covering the Ubisoft and Devolver Digital press conferences.
Yay! But not so yay.
Yeah, day one of E3, not off to the greatest start.
Yeah.
What do you expect? I didn't expect anything super exciting from Ubisoft, and Devolver's there as a joke.
Yeah,
honestly,
it really is true.
Devolver's presentation was pretty funny, actually. Not gonna lie. Like they had some.
I enjoyed it.
It was a really good.
Fun enough.
Yeah, like they were swearing. They had funny comical scene. It was fun.
We got chili dogs.
Chili dogs.
Chili dog.
I liked the scene where he kept pulling more chili dogs out of the microwave, despite the fact that he did not put any in. They just appeared out of nowhere in the microwave.
Well, that's how chili dogs work.
It took me a minute to realize those were chili dogs. They looked like blue or something. Those are weird chili dogs.
I don't remember.
Wait, your chili dogs aren't blue?
Not blue.
My chili dogs always come out blue. Maybe it's because
by
the
the way,
moldy bread I
still.
use.
What was that lizard meter?
That's a PogChamp meter.
Yeah,
They
Ah,
changed
okay.
PogChamp to the lizard.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot Twitch did that.
Yeah, because what's his face? He came out as a reptilian. He's a lizard person.
I see.
So they changed it to respect his wishes.
Oh, okay. I'm rewatching this section of the microwave. There are just blue wrappers around the chili dogs.
Oh,
Why are there
right.
wrappers on the chili dog?
So in case the chili drips, it's gonna drip on the wrapper, not your hand.
That's fair. Okay, but he's putting them on a plate anyway.
I mean,
Oh, he just dripped the stuff all over the table as well. Okay.
Yeah. But then
Okay.
when the next scene, when you see her carrying out, it's a completely different plate of chili dogs.
exactly.
Those weren't filmed on the same day.
Nah.
Honestly, Devolver saved this first day.
A bit.
Yeah, because theirs is definitely the best presentation out of everything today.
Since we're on Devolver, you just want to go through all the games they had then?
Yeah.
All right.
They showed off Shadow Warrior right at the start before the actual thing even began, pretty much.
Yeah, that looked pretty good.
That looked sick. They had glory kills from Doom in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But one of the glory kills, though, he ripped off like an enemy's face, then shot like freeze beams at another enemy.
Well,
and then
he took
threw
his.
it and
They
then
looked
kept
like
on fighting.
he took his skull, and used it
Yeah.
as an ice bomb, and then shot the one enemy while he's simultaneously getting destroyed by everything else around it.
Yeah.
Which is fun, because the original Shadow Warrior, the 90s one of the weapons was just an enemy's head that shot laser beams, so I'm glad that's a continued mechanic.
Yeah, they can't. That's a great mechanic. Like, why wouldn't you want a skull that shoots lasers?
I haven't played the modern Shadow Warriors 1 and 2, like, too much. I played a bit of 1. They're fun, though. Like, they have, like, a sort of, like, style meter and stuff, and it's just all about being flashy and pulling out a katana while also using Uzis. So, pretty great.
Yo, the katana looks sick. I thought he had, like...
The katana's nuts in Shadow Warrior 1 from what I played. Like, there's, like, 12 different attacks on just a katana alone. Just based on, like, directional inputs. It's insane.
I thought it was, like, a special ability, and then he put it away, and then cuts to the next...
He just pulls it out of his ass at any time. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I know. I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to get this game, start fighting dudes with a katana and Uzis.
Also, just so you know, the main character is named Lo Wang.
No, it should be here, listen to this. It should be called, instead of Lo Wang, to Low Tier God.
And more importantly, one of the difficulties is who wants some Wang.
Yeah. Okay.
So, great game. Great game series. I highly recommend it. Excited for 3.
Yeah, I know that. I never played those games, but that definitely, like, sparked my interest in wanting to play the early ones before that one comes out.
Yeah. And the original 90s Shadow Warrior is also great. That's like probably only like $10. The original.
Right. Did they? I can't remember. Did they show like a release date, or is it just kind of them showing?
I think it's this year. I think it starts the end of the year because I
Right.
think it was announced before.
That's what That's what I figured, but I couldn't remember.
Let's go. The first two ones actually published by Devolver go on sale pretty often, so look around on Steam for them.
Okay. But
Devolver is so.
what was the next thing they showed off?
Game wise, I can't remember. They were just doing a bunch of skits.
Yeah.
Skits.
The first skit where they were just like, it looks like they're proposing an idea for the new game. Oh, that's what was next. They did the skit where they were proposing a new game and then they shot it down immediately in that funny skit they did. But then they started talking about the Max Pass or whatever.
Oh,
The
right,
Max
right.
Plus.
This is the thing. Yeah, which I'm pretty sure is a real thing you can actually get.
Wait, is it?
It's
See,
literally.
I can't.
Go ahead.
The last time
I
they
think
did
it's-
all the other jokes, they've been real.
Huh. I can't tell how many layers of irony they're even on.
Well,
Yeah.
it was funny
Oh,
because
there's
they were
someone
like,
juggling. I'm re-skimming this, and it's just a guy juggling there in the background.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this happened after, but they were like, free-to-play games. Well, everybody loves free-to-play games until we charge you with those microtransactions, and everybody hates it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing like this subscription where they're gonna add games that you can play on. Is it? It's gonna be its own subscription, or is it gonna be on Steam?
Well, it's not like a real subscription service. It's just like a thing you like. In fact, I don't even think it sells game. I think it sells Devolver Digital merch. But it's a free subscription, so you just make an account, and then you can buy merch from their store.
Which their merch looked nice. It looks like it's.
Yeah, it's a season pass for you to get merch. It's you pay. The gag is you sign up to give them money.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
It's like a battle pass, like.
Yeah.
Except you get the skins IRL this time.
Yes.
It's
But
pretty much
then
what
we
it
go
is.
to a lady being fed grapes by a guy that looks like Jason Momoa. Like he's got like the tribal tattoos and everything.
Right. It was great.
And then they're carrying her and rip off her sleeves, which I don't know why. Then there's just she puts like a pound of lotion on her hands. This gets very
hand sanitizer.
oh, hand sanitizer. Okay,
Yeah, I was like,
Just-
I don't think it was lotion.
Yeah.
she puts on so much.
She needs
I
that.
don't even know what is that, a microtrap? Like what the fuck?
She needs to stay clean, man. There's germs. This is COVID times, man. Where have you been living?
That's true.
But yeah, they talked a lot about that. Yeah, look, we said they had these skits pretty much that went for like a good 5 to 7 minutes each.
Yeah. They do this for the last 5 years, and I think the part at the beginning where they like acknowledge that they've been doing this for 5 years, and it was just this one crazy guy's scheme to like convince them to do it, and they're just like, no, we're not doing that.
But then they do it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's too meta. I can't handle.
Yeah.
It's impossible to talk about. Like, what am I gonna
future.
say?
We're gonna talk about how we laughed, and that's it.
Oh yeah. I think the next game they actually showed off was like Wizards with Guns.
No, before that was Trek to Yomi.
Chuck to Yomi.
Yes, the black and white samurai game.
Oh,
Inspired by,
right. Right.
inspired by
Yeah.
like the Seven Samurai and your Kurosawa movies and stuff, you know.
Yeah, that looked good. I remember that.
Uh,
And then they
It
talked
looks
about
like
Wizards with
a
Guns.
2D samurai game.
Yeah. Wizards with Guns also looked good.
Wizards with Guns, I thought it was by the Don't Starve devs, but it
Same.
looks like it's not. It looks like a very similar isometric art style.
Yeah. Like when
but-
I first saw that, I thought it was Don't Starve guys as well. Just because it's like it looked the exact same. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
But apparently it's not.
Yeah, it's just not.
That's flashy though, look pretty.
Right.
Oh, additionally, before Wizards of Guns, there was also the Phantom Abyss game. Which looks like
Oh, right.
Gmod Death Run, but you have a whip.
Right, right.
It looks
Yeah.
cool.
Although
I
it looks like a
mentioned
time
this-
trial kind of thing.
It looks
Yeah, I
Like all the
mentioned
ghosts of
this,
previous players.
I mentioned this yesterday or last
Uh.
time. We were talking about the post show with all the indie games for the Summer Games Fest. This was one of the games that was shown off.
Okay, well, this was already there. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we were seeing more of this.
Okay.
development.
Looks like you run around. Like I said, it looks like Gmod Death Run with a whip.
Kinda. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure how it is like the temples you're running through are procedurally generated, and the
Yeah.
phantoms you see running through them are players who have attempted
like-
the temple and died, like the phantoms in Dark Souls.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So like,
So
Fun.
you're basically like watching like time trials that failed. But once someone completes the temple will close and no one will ever get to do it again.
Oh,
oh, that's
that's a neat little mechanic.
interesting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
neat.
But since they're all procedurally generated, they'll have like millions and millions of randomly generated temples and stuff.
It's
And I
gonna-
imagine that, odds are someone could in theory get the same temple like
If it closes as
potentially-
soon as someone wins it, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine if it repeats. Because they'll be probably swapping so often that wouldn't even
Yeah.
matter.
But yeah, that looks pretty neat. It's almost gonna be
Yeah,
like
that's-
kind of like how Minecraft generates so many different seeds. They'll just
Yeah.
You know, procedural generation.
Same
And,
with like
you
any other roguelite stuff.
yeah.
And I dig the Egyptian temple theme.
Yeah.
You know,
It's cool.
it's just a fun theme. Next, we just had the PogChamp meter with this guy going off something. There's a guy with a purple suit.
Yeah. We're talking about the merch you can buy with the Devolver Max Pass.
Right. I remember
Suit is
that,
already sold out.
which makes sense because like, there's people who just saw that and were like, well, "Yo, let me just scalp everything," which they made.
Yeah. Which they acknowledged.
Yeah, they literally, so you can buy for yourself and put on the. Oh no, they were talking about a game.
That was the later game.
Yeah, that was a later
Yeah.
game. Never mind.
Yeah. Let's just talk about that game.
Yeah.
Which was something
that was-
throttle.
Yeah. It was. Let me take a look. I have it right here. Demon Throttle.
Demon
Yes.
Throttle. But essentially, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna bring this game to Switch, and you can buy it and never play it again, and put it on your and buy it and put it on your shelf and not sell for scalper price."
I
Yeah.
really hope that's just a viral marketing gimmick and it actually gets a digital release eventually. Because the game, looked kind of fun. Looked like Pocky and Rocky. With
Yeah, I think they
on
will,
edge.
but they'll re-release it as like a special edition digitally or something like
okay,
that.
that's what I'm hoping.
Or it's like
'Cause-
Demon Throttle Lame Edition, something like that.
Yeah, I'd buy that lame edition. But yeah, that looks pretty. I like the NES aesthetic.
Yeah, for sure.
and- Yeah, like I said, Pocky and Rocky gameplay. It's a great game. But there was also Death's Door before that, which looks like a very pretty isometric
Oh,
action
yes.
game.
That was the
Kind of
game I was
Hyper Light
talking
Driftery.
about last time as well. Remember?
Okay.
It was the Crow game I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
I didn't
yep,
notice
yep.
he was a crow just watching this. I'm gonna be honest. He's too tiny.
How did you not notice he was a crow?
He's just a tiny guy.
No, he's a crow. Although to be fair, he kind of looks like a magpie more than a crow.
Okay. Yeah, what the fuck is a magpie, actually?
Magpies are crows, but they've got white bellies. Like they got white
okay.
stripes on them.
Okay. I heard a term magpie, I never knew what it was.
Yeah. Why did I know that? I like literally had a picture of the same exact thing you just described, but I didn't know it was a magpie. Like it was called a magpie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like how ravens and crows are identical. It's just ravens are just bigger.
Ravens are very bigger. Those guys
Yeah.
are scary.
They follow around wolves and then eat deer carcasses.
Where would you even find a raven?
in the woods.
Forest.
Yeah.
Are they like rare?
No, not really.
They
They
like
just
flock
probably-
together.
They probably just don't like people.
So, I've heard this thing about ravens and like wolves and stuff. They kind of like will stick close by to each other. What it is that I think how it works is this might not be 100% right, but I think how it works is ravens will like find like deer and stuff in the woods, and then they'll go back to their their wolves friends, and then they'll yell at their wolves, and then the wolves will chase the ravens to the deer, and then the wolves will kill the deer, then they'll eat them, and then the ravens will eat the scraps off
Nature
the
is
deer
fun.
carcasses.
What is that called?
Scavenging.
Symbiotic relationship.
Symbiotic relationship. Thank you, Earth
Yeah.
Science.
I thought that was more like the
It's not
other
Earth
one.
Science. Earth Science is
Or not Earth.
Rocks.
What would that be then?
I don't know.
Science class.
biology.
Yeah, something like closer to that.
Something-ology.
That was a fun nature tangent, but there was also a cool card game that looked spooky and creepy
Oh yeah, that
called
one. That was spooky and creepy.
Inscription.
Yeah.
Be honest, that was a good trailer though. I'm not a huge fan of like kind of abstract like card games usually, but the atmosphere has kind of got me interested.
Mhm.
And there was like even like a weird like found footage like segment for a second there. It's like a video. Like I don't know. I'm intrigued what this Inscription game is.
Right.
Yeah. Was that the last game they showed off?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to go.
Inscription. I think there was a fake game where was a guy in a toilet playing it.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
talk-
No, that's a real game. that
Of
Devolver
course
Digital
it's real.
released. Yeah, it's just a little mobile puzzle game where you can collect Devolver Digital characters.
I did see Piku Niku. He's cool.
Yeah.
Piku Niku is a cute little game, by the way, about or it starts as a cute little platformer. Then you realize that you're actually in a fascist dictatorship the whole time.
Oh shit.
Highly recommend. But then it just did
Yeah.
Demon Throttle, and that was the end of the show.
Nah, at the end of the show they revealed the Devolver Max Pass Plus non-fuckwithable tape. They're selling
yeah.
an NFT.
Yeah.
The first physical NFT.
Good for them.
Yeah. It's already sold out.
Of course.
Because there was literally only one.
What a great show. Now let's move on to the crap show.
Yes, the shit show.
Oh, Ubisoft.
You guys done did it again. And
No,
disappointed
you can't
us.
say Ubisoft. That's Jim Sterling's intellectual property.
That's
Probably.
true. I stole his joke. But I don't think it was a steal. I think of that more as a reference.
It's a homage.
Yeah.
Imitation is the
An
highest form of
honor.
flattery. Yes,
Yeah.
an honor.
Yeah. You want to start like from best to worst?
Sure. Why not?
Well, I'm gonna be real. I don't know everything they announced because I did not have the power to sit through an entire Ubisoft show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be totally honest. They
I don't know
don't
how I
really
managed to do
deserve
it.
They don't deserve it.
They really don't.
And I don't even hate Ubisoft's games that much. They're just kind of boring.
Yeah.
They're almost 7 out of 10 factory in existence.
I mean, I can agree that I hate Ubisoft as like a company more
yeah,
than
I hate them as a
their
company.
games, but at the same time, I also don't care much for their games either. Like, I literally just can't remember the last Ubisoft game I actually liked.
I probably hate Gearbox more, and they were today. We're probably not going to talk about Gearbox.
We can address them.
Yeah, we can address them by their non-formal name, Gearbox.
We can, you know what? Let's just address Gearbox right now and get them out of the way. Gearbox was today. They showed
Yes.
nothing new, pretty much.
Why didn't they save the 18 thing for today? Why was that at Summer Games Fest?
Because Summer Games Fest would have more viewers, of course.
Okay.
That's why they did it. Because they knew
The
nobody
re-
was gonna tune into their fucking show.
Did Randy do
They-
anything stupid?
I think he did. I don't know.
Okay.
I literally only half watched it.
Right.
Like I had it on in the background, and I was just kind of like half paying attention. I was just like, they didn't really show off anything new. They just kind of go over stuff that was already known about. It was lame and a waste of time.
I don't think there's anything Gearbox could possibly announce to really get me excited.
Yeah.
Aside from announcing they've lost Duke Nukem IP, as I said before.
Yes. But let's go back to Ubisoft.
Yes.
Yeah, that they should.
Do you want to just start with the Mario and Rabbids one?
Yeah.
That's probably the most interesting.
Okay, so really quick. This got leaked this morning.
Oh,
like,
did it? I hadn't
couple
heard about it.
hours before the presentation actually started.
Oh,
Yeah.
just like the original Mario and Rabbids. That's tragic.
Yeah, but it's really funny because it got leaked on Nintendo's official website.
Oh, no. Sad.
Yeah.
It's a game I kind of saw coming, though. This was probably a
yeah.
pretty obvious prediction.
Yeah.
Um,
Once again, I feel like my predictions for Ubisoft were pretty on the ball.
yeah. Did you predict anything else?
I predicted that at best we would get Mario and Rabbids, and everything else would be pretty much stuff we already knew about, and I was right.
Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2 doesn't exist. That game is not happening.
Yep. It's
been-
done.
It's been 5 years, actually, I think.
Yeah.
It's
It's dead and buried.
that game is never... Ubisoft apparently said a couple days ago, it's in early alpha development, supposedly. I don't trust them in the slightest. That game is never happening.
Yeah. I think right now, probably what it is kind of like they're throwing it in the freezer. No one's actually working on it, but they don't want to like cancel it, in case they
It's Half-Life 3.
might want to find a team for it, or something.
Yeah.
And they're never gonna
Maybe people
actually
are subbing
say
in the
it's
office.
canceled, They're never gonna go out and
Vaporware.
announce it's just it's vaporware. They're never gonna
Yeah.
go out and announce that it's like done for like reals,
And then like
Just
the only
never
way it's
gonna
ever going to
acknowledge it.
happen is if they force it to happen. And if they force it to happen, it will probably just turn out like shit, like Duke Nukem Forever, like where it's like, this has been vaporware for 15 years. Let's just throw something out the door. And that's the only future I see for Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah. Pretty much. Moving back to Rabbids though.
Yes. Rabbits.
What do you have to say about it other than nightmare? That Luma Rabbit was the worst.
The
I hate
Luma
it.
Rabbids are pretty bad. They're even worse than Marina Luma.
See, the Mario characters that are rabbits are usually like, oh, that's kind of funny, but Mario
I
Rabbit
think
Luma.
it looks neat. I don't
It
know.
was
I didn't
pretty
play the first one, just because it didn't interest me enough to really do it. I just I'm okay with like strategy RPGs like that and stuff, but it's like also I don't like Rabbids that much, and I don't like Mario enough to salvage the rest of it.
I kind of like the Rabbids. I to an extent, they're dumb, but I have some nostalgia for like Rabbids Go Home.
Right.
But that's kind of a fun. That game's actually kind of funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the gameplay itself is really goofy. Like it's like very Katamari-esque. When it's like the rabbits aren't really what makes that game funny. It's more just the gameplay just being really fucking goofy and but Rabbids versus not Rabbids versus Mario, Rabbids plus Mario Kingdom Battle, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Whatever the series is
There's
called.
a
Looks
Rabbids
charming.
Rose Arena.
Yes. That was cute. It
Yeah.
looks like XCOM for children.
Well, they did show off, gameplay and stuff and how it's different.
Okay, I didn't pick up on what the difference is. Did you pick up any differences? Because I haven't seen
It's
too
not
much of it.
grid based.
Oh, so is it more like Valkyria Chronicles kind of, or like you have like a Project
like
Steam?
you have kind of like that, where you have a radius of how far you can go. I know
Okay.
Fast and Brave also did this.
Okay.
And stuff where it's like there's not specific tiles you have to go across.
Okay.
It's more of just like a anywhere within this circle, you can
But
shoot at
it's
people.
still a
You know,
bit more isometric than something like.
it's still the same effectively, but it is different also. You know,
Yeah, it has a couple small things.
and also instead of going, it seems like going to like a specific levels on the map. There's now more of like an actual world you can walk around in, and then you'll get into random encounters with enemies.
Okay.
Because like a bomb like ran into Mario and it went into a battle.
See, the thing about these is like they're charming, but it's like it's one of those like Mario spin-offs where it's like I know it's a great game, but there's so many other games that are probably do its thing more interesting. Like, for example, yesterday we got Metal Slug Tactics announced. I'm a million times more interested in checking that out than this.
Yeah.
Like, just even if this is probably polished to hell and back. But it's just like
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy to me that Nintendo lets Ubisoft do more weird shit with Mario than that the Paper Mario team.
That is kind of weird. Like, why? Like, why?
It's not that weird though. I think this is pretty vanilla Mario. It's just the rabbits happen to be there. Like,
Yeah,
this isn't
but the
anything.
fact that they let the rabbits in there.
Yeah, but Ubisoft is very I don't know what the word is, respectful of the Mario IP. Like, this is polished to hell and back. Like, this looks like a first party Mario Nintendo game. Like,
Nintendo also let Ubisoft have Star Fox.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Who the fuck else is gonna do Star Fox?
Nobody.
Then what was
Rabbids?
What was the second not worst game?
Okay. Well, I guess we can have a little vote on the second not worst game. What do you think was the second worst, not worst reveal? The new Rainbow Six game or the new Avatar game?
Rainbow Six.
Yeah, Rainbow Six.
Because even if it was generic as hell, I cannot care about the Avatar IP.
Same.
You know, actually, it'd be fun to kind of in the Avatar game to kind of. But let's just talk about Rainbow Six first.
Yeah.
Looks like a generic as hell zombie game, but they're not zombies now; they're alien zombies, which I have seen before. But
I like the concept of zombie survival almost, but like alien survival, but like stealth. Like instead of you knowing they're coming, you're coming to them, and you have to be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of mixing some of the race mechanics into a zombie game is kind of
and the
interesting.
The fact that they're putting that Tom Clancy name on it, they're still it's dumb, but to an extent, like I can see a little bit why they kept it because they're still using the operator's abilities. They're still keeping elements of the actual game.
To be fair, Tom Clancy had nothing to do with the operators. He had something to do with Rainbow Six 20 years ago when the original came out.
Which is fine, but
it was a hard simulator game.
I don't know. I think I might play it. I don't play Rainbow Six Siege personally, but that looks like a fun alternative, I guess you could say.
We can all play it because it's 3-player co-op.
Yeah, maybe we could check it out.
Was it 3-player co-op? I didn't pick up on that.
No, it was 3. It's specifically 3-player.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, this was originally called like back
Quarantine or something.
Yeah, it was like Rainbow Six Quarantine, and they changed that name for obvious reasons. And I'm pretty sure originally it wasn't going to be aliens. It was going to be like some kind of like parasite disease.
Some sort of
I think
zombie
it was supposed to be like a
thing.
fungal infection, kind of like what Resident Evil 7 and 8 had.
Or like Last of Us, they're probably ripping off.
Yeah. Where it was going to be that, but then they changed it to aliens for obvious reasons.
Which is...
Yeah, but the aliens themselves did remind me a lot of the mold monsters from Resi 7.
Yeah, instead of more blobby,
they're your plug-in, like, zombie monster thing. Like, I don't know, they're so generic looking. They even have like the Keller on them, like
Yeah.
that will probably be their weak point.
Yeah. But
It did,
This is all
it did look like that.
fine. Like
So-
I'm fine with generic zombie games. Sometimes just shooting zombies is fun.
to be fair, this is not zombies. This is aliens.
Yeah.
They're
Two very
zombies.
different parts of the horror
They're
spectrum.
zombies.
No, they're
Nah.
aliens. They're definitely
They're
aliens.
aliens. I mean, they're supposed to be zombies, but you know, they're zombies, but the zombie got crossed off with a big red X, you know, scratched off, and then above it wrote aliens.
You know, going back to when the trailers first started, I thought this was gonna be another Evolve game, like the actual game called Evolve, because they
Right.
kept saying that, and I was like,
I
okay,
think EA owns the rights to that.
Yeah,
And
that's
that
what
was
that's what
Turtle
I was-
Rock who developed that.
that's
yeah,
what
I
was.
kind of had the same thought as well. Like when I kept mentioning Evolved, and I thought, Evolve, you know, like I was like, you guys don't have that.
Yeah, that's Turtle Rock. They're doing Back for Blood.
Yeah.
Um,
But I know there's supposed to be like a permadeath sort of mechanic in this game.
Yeah,
So-
I'm pretty sure if you die on like each level, there's like 3 levels in each map or whatever or something like that. That's what I got from it. Like if you die in your playthrough through the 3 maps, you lose everything.
yeah, so it's like a
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead style like campaign, like you play through, like you sit
Well,
down and
here's the
play like
thing.
campaign.
If I'm pretty sure how the mechanic works is you lose that operator and all their abilities you've unlocked and stuff.
Yeah,
But you
because
can get them back
by
by
going
like,
on a rescue
rescuing
mission.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do a rescue mission. So I guess if you
Weird.
die, you then get to pick a different operator, and you can't pick the one you currently have. And in order to like get them back, you have to like rescue them.
You know, I can't really see how that would play out. I don't know if that would be fun or not until I actually see it, like in
You know,
action.
it's kind of like Dark Souls, where you die and you lose your souls, and you got to go on a rescue mission to get your souls back.
That might end up being a pain in the ass for when it's 3 people's souls, freaking corpse runs you gotta go do.
Potentially.
Well, what if it's only
Like, what if you die during a rescue mission?
then
I don't know.
shit.
Then what? You get a rescue mission within a rescue mission.
Exactly.
I'm
I
not
can-
100% sure how the mechanic works, but there's something there.
There's something there, and we're gonna see it when it comes out, and it could either be a really big hit or a really big miss, I feel.
Or we could just go play Back for Blood.
True,
Yeah.
but that's a different topic. But yeah, I guess next would be
Do the
Avatar.
yeah,
This
Yeah.
is weird.
Yeah,
Like,
I was not
What the fuck are they
expecting
doing
that.
with the Avatar IP? Like, we had an Avatar game back when Avatar movie came back, and I heard it was really ambitious. Like, and interesting, but it was just kind of a standard third-person shooter.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I think the reason why they're doing it is because, you know, they're coming out with more Avatar movies and stuff.
supposedly. James Cameron said 2 through, like, 7 or whatever are being filmed simultaneously because he's insane.
Yeah.
It's been, like, 100 years since the last movie.
Nobody cares about it. It's the most crazy thing that, like, at one point in time, this was the highest grossing film of all time.
It was right time at the right movie at the right time. It came out when like 3D suddenly had a big boom again, and CG was like really impressive. Like,
Yeah.
we finally kind of
Yeah.
had.
But the movie is literally just like Aliens Pocahontas.
But that doesn't matter. I mean, Titanic's a simple plot, but that's a big theater hit. The whole idea was you go to the theater and
But the
It's a
difference
theater
is
experience.
Titanic was actually well executed. Avatar wasn't. It was just generic.
It was good for the time. A lot of people liked it.
Avatar is well executed for what it is. It's just a
I
generic.
don't think it was.
well,
I think it was pretty
It's just a
lame.
generic spectacle. You just go there. That was
I
a.
feel
You
like
go
it
there
was
to the theater, and be like, that was a
super
cool
forgettable.
movie.
See, Chestnut, I just feel like we're a little bit in the minority opinion in this case, because like,
I don't
I'm not
think
saying
so.
it's good.
I don't think
I just-
anybody likes Avatar.
well,
No, I don't think anyone likes
Everybody's
Avatar.
seen it, but nobody can remember it.
when it-
It's like, oh yeah, that was a movie I saw. I don't care.
when it first came out,
I've never seen like an Avatar fan, you know?
Well, that's the whole
I've
point.
never met anyone who said I'm a fan of the Avatar.
It's like a
James
theme
Cameron
park
film.
ride. It's like going on a roller
They're
coaster.
making an Avatar theme park. I don't know who the fuck that appeals to. Like, but they're doing it, and they're making an Avatar
James
game.
Cameron is like a
who's gonna play
trillionaire.
this shit, you know?
You know, I'll be honest, Avatar, if it was a really good open world, that world might be fun enough to explore. I'm not dishing out $60 for that shit. But
Yeah, like 40.
Honestly,
at most.
my interest in this game is like -80.
same, but
I don't see
It's like,
myself
you
trying
couldn't
it,
pay
but
me to play this game, honestly.
if it was a unique like AAA alien world game, I might be more interested. The IP actually creates negative interest. It's kind of fascinating.
Same.
What a hell of a concept.
But as I was saying, the Avatar movie, it was never meant to be good. It just kind of, it's like a roller coaster. You go on it, be like, oh, that was fun, and then you never think about it again.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why the problem with it.
Which was the point of the movie, though.
Well, no, it's just such an enigma that it made so much money
Yeah.
and left
It was
no cultural
it was a-
impact at all.
It was a fun
But
roller coaster.
But because it made so much money, it has lingered in the corporate end, even though it has not lingered at
I
all.
think
in
even if
the
it didn't make a lot of
public
money, we
consciousness.
would have been getting these sequels just because James Cameron's ego is really high. Like, he just has a fucking ego.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, after Titanic became the highest grossing movie of all time, he was just like, I mean, you see the Oscar speech where he's just like, I'm king of the world. He's like, yeah, he has an ego.
Yeah.
These Avatar sequels would be happening even if he had to pay for them.
The pair of coconuts that dude wears.
Yeah, I mean, he made Terminator, so he's got some right to be proud of himself, but like, nobody cares about Avatar. These sequels are probably gonna flop.
I mean, to be honest, Terminator is a fucking classic. If you don't like Terminator...
Terminator is awesome. I watched Terminator for the first time like a month or two ago. It was wonderful.
Yeah, if you don't like Terminator...
I still need to watch P2. But yeah, the Avatar game. Who's gonna buy it?
Yeah, let's move on. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So, like I said earlier, it's like nobody is a fan of this IP.
Yeah, like
It's
I
like
said,
everybody watched it, everybody somewhat remembers it, like as a thing that happened. Nobody really likes it though, you know?
Well, people liked it when it came out, but nobody cares about it anymore now.
I don't even think people liked it that much when they came out. I feel like people were mostly okay with it. You know,
no, people liked it as
It's like how
this
he'd be
is
like,
a fun blockbuster.
he's my acquaintance, but he's not my friend. You know?
That's fair. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Or a good way to
that's
put
true
it.
of a lot of blockbusters.
I don't think there was anybody who was like, "Oh, I totally loved that movie." I think people were like, "That was okay. That was nice."
No,
I
it's
don't-
popcorn. It's like a blockbuster. You know, you go there in the
Yeah.
summer to see a fun movie and never think about it again.
Yeah.
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
exactly. That's
that's
what I'm
its goal.
saying.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
not a problem with it. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
it's like that
It's-
doesn't make it interesting or like
yeah.
of any value. You know,
And it's a really kind of boring sci-fi world.
like even Titanic was at least about the Titanic. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a production value to Titanic
No,
that's still
like-
fun.
like Infinity and like Avengers Endgame and Infinity War and stuff like that. That had like a decade of build-up.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
epic.
Even if most of the Marvel movies are pretty forgettable popcorn,
Yeah,
the cinematic universe thing was kind of neat for a while.
yeah.
Even if
It's like
it's
that's the thing with
draining
like
now.
Marvel and stuff. It's like each individual film is only okay on its own, but it's the fact that they're all connected. It's the big picture that makes it.
Except for
so
Guardians
cool.
of the Galaxy, which is fucking
That's
actually
true.
neat.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I think I'm swearing too much.
No, it's okay.
it's okay. It's not a big deal.
More of the story, Avatar fucking sucks.
You know, I think it's just there's no other way to get across
At least
Ubisoft's
Pocahontas
lameness
had
aside from the
songs.
F-bomb.
Yeah,
You know, an Avatar is just kind of a boring sci-fi world. It just there's blue
Yeah.
people.
well, it's just Pocahontas. They literally just took the script for Pocahontas and then rewrote all the parts where it said Native Americans to blue alien guys.
You can do that, but just hire someone weird to make the world for it. Like someone just make something really weird ass and interesting.
All right,
Even if your
Yeah.
plot isn't that interesting, at least I'd probably
Honestly,
remember
I
it
mean,
more.
at least Avatar got like the villains right to
Just,
an extent.
they're just kind of boring military dudes. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but like the fact that they at least remembered to make sure that the U.S. military industrial complex are the villains.
That's true.
I don't know.
I mean, the fucking material they were going after, they were raiding that planet for was called unobtainium.
Okay, here's the debate. The U.S. military industrial complex being the main villain. The fucking Star Wars prequels did that better than Avatar. Let's be real.
That's true. That's very true.
The fucking Star Wars prequels are more memorable films than Avatar.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather watch The Phantom Menace.
Like, is there any Avatar memes? No. Then
No.
obviously, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like it didn't really stick around in the public consciousness at all.
Yeah. Fuck Avatar. Actually, yeah, screw Avatar.
Thank
I'd
you.
rather watch The Phantom Menace.
Honestly, what
Didn't you
they're gonna-
just watch it like a week ago?
Yeah, I did, and I've realized that movie is kind of shit, but not that shit. I'll be real. Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And I don't know why everyone hates Attack of the Clones. That movie's good. Fuck. It is way too heavy on CGI, but that's fine because every movie's way too heavy on CGI now, so it's like a non-issue.
I was
Yeah.
really tired the one day, and I saw on Disney Plus they had the old Star Wars movies, and I rewatched the very first one, and I was like, this acting is kind of cringy.
Wait, which very first one? Do you mean A New Hope or Phantom Menace?
A New
Because
Hope. A New Hope.
is-
A New Hope.
Oh, New Hope is good acting. Harrison Ford's
No,
good.
no, it's a little cringy.
It's a little cheesy.
Yeah, it's a little cringy.
It's
Well,
quaint, but
it's not cringy.
Yeah.
Cheesy is the better word.
George Lucas is not a great actor-director. He's pretty bad at that.
But that's part of the charm.
True.
Yes, yeah.
Anyways.
We get.
Yeah.
Let's get back on topic.
Yeah.
Fuck
They didn't reveal
Avatar.
a Star Wars game.
Yeah, fuck Avatar.
That would have been better than an Avatar. Yeah, you know what? Fuck Avatar. What else did Ubisoft have? Anything? Far Cry 6?
Yeah, there was a bunch of Far Cry stuff. They showed off a little bit more of Far Cry 6, and then there was like, I think it's some kind of expansion thing. I think it's a standalone expansion. I'm not 100% sure on it.
Okay. They did stuff like that with 5. 5 had like a standalone.
Well, no, it's specifically for the villains of all the games.
Yeah.
But each one has their own campaign, I think.
Okay.
I think it's like a short little campaign. Like,
They did stuff like I said with
Like that. You play through the
Um,
villains of like 3, 4, and 5.
You know, Far Cry expansion, like standalone expansions, are all actually pretty good. Like Far Cry 3
Yeah.
Blood Dragon, I actually really like. That one's like really fun. I don't remember what Far Cry 4 had for its standalone.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5 had, what was it, like New Dawn or something? And the gimmick with 5's expansion was there was like the evil Doomsday cult. In the
Yeah.
5 expansion, it was just what if their apocalypse actually happened?
Yeah.
Which is that's a fun idea for expansion. So, this could be alright. Their expansions are usually more interesting than the main series, actually.
Yeah. So, what I remember mostly from the trailer was that in all 3 campaigns, there was a lot of like trippy imagery and stuff, but it was all unique for each one. Because you know how all the Far Cry villains are like insane in some way?
Yes, Voss is wonderful. Do you know
Yeah.
the definition of insanity?
Yeah. For him, it was like he was in like an all black void, but there was a bunch of
Yeah.
like CRT television screens that were like
Wonderful.
showing him on it. And
Oh,
stuff,
that
and he,
sounds
like,
great.
got sucked into him, and then there was the guy from 4. I don't remember exactly what they did with him, but there was some stuff. And then there was
I remember that villain, but
Yeah, then there was the cult leader from 5. His name was like Joseph.
yeah.
Because like he's like high on like drugs through the entire game. I'm
Through
pretty
the
sure.
entire game.
Yeah, because that's like the thing with the cult is that they're just all doing drugs.
They're
To be
doing.
fair,
I think.
every Far Cry character is high in drugs, especially the protagonist.
To be
Yeah.
honest, I just think they're doing crack. That's all it is. Crack or
I think a
cocaine.
mixture of a crack, cocaine, and heroin all at the same time.
Yeah.
Far Cry 3, you're doing like heroin, weed. That's like that's the Far Cry experience. The gameplay is going from white boy to crackhead throughout the game.
You're going from white boy to fuck boy.
They slowly progress.
Yeah. But yeah, that could be interesting. The Far Cry villains are usually pretty fun. They're goofy, but they're always they're fun. Far Cry is a weird series because I think they're kind of very generic, but
yeah, the villains are some of the strongest parts of the games for sure.
I like Far Cry 3 because and the protagonist is really solid. Jason is a really good protagonist just because that progression of him from rich white boy to fucking insane crackhead is great.
Yeah.
And yeah, I played a bit of 4 and I have not played 5, but they're always serviceable.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier to stream, Far Cry Ubisoft is the best 7 out of 10 maker in the industry. They're great at pumping out 7 out of 10 games.
Did you say that on stream or before stream? I can't remember.
I think I said it for a second.
Yeah, it was definitely off stream.
No,
Okay.
I know I said it off stream, but I think I said it a bit earlier. But either way, they're the best in the industry at making 7 out of 10s. They're like a factory at just pumping out totally alright games. That's what Far Cry is all about.
That's kind of true to an extent.
I got a formula.
That they're a bit less enjoyable, but that also totally depends on taste. You know, honestly,
I think their biggest issue is that they just pump out
of
the
their
same
stuff.
thing.
That's true, but like honestly, I feel like almost nothing Ubisoft makes appeals to me, really. Like I can't even remember the last Ubisoft game I play, and that's including like the Rayman stuff.
Yeah, yeah, Rayman. Geez, Legends was like 2011.
Yeah, I mean like Legends is pretty good, but overall, I'm not a huge Rayman fan. Like honestly,
I dig a lot of their older IPs, and I've always I'll be real, I've always wanted to play Zombie U.
Well, you can play it on Steam.
Which
now.
is
It's just called Zombie.
Yeah. Which actually, Zombie is their oldest IP. Ubisoft's first ever game was a DOS game just called Zombie.
Interesting.
I never knew that.
It's an adaptation of Dawn of the Dead, which was called Zombie in France. Yeah. So Ubisoft just made a zombie game.
You know, sometimes you forget just how old these mega corporations are. You know.
You ever see Bethesda? There was an Atari dev.
Yeah. Same with like
so
EA.
Yeah. And they were evil back then.
Yeah.
Look up some of the evil stuff EA did during the Atari.
It's crazy to think how long EA Sports has been going on.
Yeah, they supposedly stole the source code for a football game and fucked over another dev. Even back then.
EA Sports.
EA's dick. It's in your ass. I'm sorry, I stole that from Vine Sauce because that's my favorite of all time.
It's so fucking funny. EA's dick. It's in your ass.
You know, I own like 4 Madden games for some reason. I've just accumulated them. I never bought one. I've just like been gifted them. I think I got one from you, Lucas, when you gave me a GameCube.
Yes, I did.
And someone else just gave me all their GameCube games because
why the fuck?
I guess I'm the GameCube guy.
Yeah, you pretty much are the GameCube guy.
I mean, GameCube is amazing.
I only have 2 GameCube games, and I played both of them on my Wii.
I like the GameCube as a cooler startup BIOS than the Wii.
It definitely has a cooler startup than the PS2.
You know, no, the PS2 has a good startup BIOS when it shows a terrifying noise. That
noise is so nostalgic for me.
That noise terrifies me because it would only, whenever I played PS2 games emulated, that noise would only ever show up if there was a problem with like the ISO. So whenever I see that noise, I'm just like, oh no, my disc. But then the game's fine if I'm playing in an actual PS2.
Yeah.
Did Ubisoft have anything else? Because as I said, I did not.
There was like 2 more things. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's getting an expansion.
Yes, I forgot about that.
And you're gonna fuck up France. And they're also gonna add what is it called? The Exploration Tour, which has been in the last few games. It's a free update.
Oh, nice.
Assassin's Creed's a weird. What's the appeal of Assassin's Creed anymore?
People who like historical settings.
Yep.
Okay, is that the biggest thing? They do
I
do a
love
lot of
it.
work at that.
I love
I'd
it.
say historically accuracy, but they've been kind of
They've
doing
been
a little bit less of that. They're
little
still
bit less.
trying, and they still
put a lot
market
of-
it as such, but they've definitely haven't been, I feel like, as historically accurate as they have in the past. But to be fair, it's always been historical fiction.
That's
you know?
They put a lot
No
of
matter how
work into a
historically
lot of the
accurate
little
it get,
details.
You know, it's still historical fiction. You know, you're
Yeah.
never going to be 100% right.
They have those
Although,
sci-fi elements, which is fine.
The biggest thing that sold the older ones was the fact that how accurate they were to the history.
Because that's definitely how they market it. You know,
Yeah.
But
it's like
it's
this is a game for history buffs and stuff. You know.
That's why I love it.
I'll admit they put a lot of work into the minor details. They still do.
Yeah. I'm still
But,
kind of amazed they haven't done Assassin's Creed like Wild West setting or an Assassin's Creed like Japan, like feudal
Okay,
Japan
Wild
setting.
West is because they did Revolutionary War and they realized, wait, you can't climb on anything.
Well, here's the thing.
Wild.
Then they had like Black Flag, and they just were like, let's go really hard on pirates.
Yeah,
And
but
it
you could
didn't
climb on
really-
like the masts.
Well, yeah, there's
Climbing
still a
is an
bunch of climbing,
essential.
but it focused
That's
more
an-
on piratry than it did
Yeah, yeah.
traditional Assassin's Creed stuff, and that was a huge success. I don't feel like, especially at this point, you don't have to have climbing buildings with like iconic Assassin's Creed like drab and stuff and stabbing people. Like the newest Assassin's Creed is about being a Viking and like going on a big rowboat and raiding villages and murdering peasants.
You know what?
and
That's
shit.
to an extent.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad about that because the original Assassin's Creed, like their selling point, I find really interesting, which I don't think they ever really pulled off, and no other game has tried it. Where it's like an open world stealth game, where it's like, okay, here's your target, here's a big kind of open world, and like do whatever you want. It's like kind of like a Hitman on like a way bigger scale, which the first
Yeah.
game sort of goes for, but they never really tried again. Assassin's Creed 2, sort of, but not really.
I mean, it's still in a big open world, but they definitely de-emphasize the stealth so
Yeah,
much.
li-
that,
yeah, like-
at this point, it's like you barely even stealth around. Like maybe you'll start an encounter by doing one stealth kill, and then you'll just fight the rest of the guys in like. You
An
know,
open world Hitman could be really cool, but that's fine.
combat.
But whatever, Hitman's series is doing fine. So
Like honestly, if you want something like similar to that, that's better. I'd say just play the like Sly 2 and 3.
yeah,
Although it's also like totally different. It's a little bit similar in that it like has some stealth elements, and there's like, it's not really an open world, but each level is a big open area.
Right.
Assassin's
Just run
Creed
around.
was a Prince of Persia spin-off originally.
That makes sense.
It got too different and they had to change IP. You know, like a Devil May Cry.
kinda- yeah, like Devil May Cry.
All right. What else?
I can't, but yeah, Valhalla's getting an expansion. That
Yeah.
was all.
Cool. I need to finish that game.
Exploration mode looked neat. They've had it for the last couple. Kind of just walk around and they'll give you like little fact verbs, and you can do like little activities and stuff. It's neat.
You know, the fact verb sounds like a fun thing actually for Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
If we could bring it
know-
to like the history aspect, that would be neat.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the only other thing of note that I can remember. Actually, there was two links. I just remembered one of them.
Okay.
So let's talk about the one I just remembered first, because otherwise I'll forget it again. It was that one, like dirt bike racing game, right?
Yes. The one where you play with like a group of people and you need to capture points by doing style or whatever.
Yeah, something like
about
that. Honestly, I kind of like zoned out when they were doing that part of the show.
Yeah, same.
I think I was like in the middle of doing something else. All right, I remember. I was like, I think I was editing the video that just went up today. I was editing my reaction to the Summer Games Fest.
Okay,
But I was
but
watching
yeah,
the Ubisoft show.
What about this? There's a car or a truck? I didn't see this.
It's like a dirt bike. I'm pretty sure, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it's
And you
like
can
a
do, like,
BMX
tricks.
type shit.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. Do you remember? Lucas?
No, I don't. like I said, I zoned out.
Well,
a
the
little
people
bit.
watching this, I think, will know what we're talking about.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. It was honestly probably the least insulting thing in the direct,
Okay.
besides rabbits.
No, rabbits isn't insulting. They're just creepy.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I meant. Least insulting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then after that, it was like another expansion for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Or no, not that.
Oh yes.
Not
Syndicate
Assassin's
called.
Creed Syndicate. The Watch Dogs Legion. I don't know
Oh,
how I mixed those two
we
up.
have the return of the iconic character.
Yeah, with his iconic
What?
hat.
What's his name?
I don't remember.
Adrian.
Watch Dog
A-
1
Aiden?
guy. The one from the game everybody bought
Cat
at
guy.
launch and was
Iconic
just like,
cat guy.
this game is not nearly as good as I thought it would. The E3 trailers lied to me.
E3 trailers didn't even lie. Just gave
Well,
us
they
back
did
the-
about the original Watch Dogs.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Graphically, there was a lot of lies.
Yeah. I think mechanically there was a lot of lies too of like how the game actually worked with the hacking
but-
system.
Yeah, but this Legion thing, the new expansion for Legion, the only takeaways was Mr. Iconic Hat's back, and I think I saw someone riding on a really, really big drone, which was funny. Otherwise, I got
Yeah.
nothing. I got nothing to take out of this trailer. It
Yeah.
looks like a Watch Dogs game.
Yeah. One more thing I just remembered. Just Dance 2022.
Yes.
They showed it off. Unfortunately there was not a big stupid dance number, like I thought there would be,
Aww. You
which
know,
was very disappointing to me. And
no, the
instead
Just
they
Dance games are fun.
They just got a guy to talk about the game and how his new song is in it, and that I guess he choreographed a lot of the dances in the game and stuff. He seemed nice.
No, I can only care about Just Dance if the song list is good. It's just one of those games. But, I mean, previous Just Dance games, they did have the Tetris theme and Lavelin Polka sung by Miku. So, I mean, this could be good.
Although unfortunate news, this is going to be the first Just Dance game, like ever, to not be on the Wii.
Tragic.
The Wii is officially dead.
No.
It's gonna be on a Wii U though. Don't worry.
They
I
stopped
know. I'm joking.
giving the Wii U ports before they stopped Wii ports.
No, that's actually fair.
That makes sense though.
Yeah.
Everyone already owns like 3 Just Dance games on Wii. That's no loss.
It's
Yeah.
no harm, no foul.
I still own Just Dance 2. I can still play Rasputin if I ever have the intense desire.
My girlfriend knows like the whole thing.
I think your
It's a good
pitch, like
song.
you said that loud and like you clipped for a second when you said that. That was
I think
sound.
you did too.
I think that was too high pitched and actually clipped the mic.
Oh wow. It's okay.
But Just Dance.
Yay!
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did Ubisoft have anything?
Wow.
Just Dance is okay.
Oh yeah. It's the most inoffensive IP. But anything else?
I don't think so.
No.
We're gonna get like
But okay, I gotta address this really quick. This has nothing to do with anything, but I'm on my Twitter timeline right now, and a tweet popped up where a guy replaced Donkey Kong's mouth with Bowser's mouth and vice versa.
yes, I saw that earlier. It's a wonderful image.
It's the funniest thing ever. I just
Gonna
had to
cut that or
mention
just keep it in just for the levity's sake.
keep it in because we gotta soften Ubisoft with something. And this
Yeah,
is like this is better than the entire Ubisoft conference. I'm gonna be real.
It was. Go. You know what? Get everyone watching this, go try and hunt down that funny image.
Yeah.
That will be more
That's your
interesting.
homework.
That'll be more interesting than Ubisoft event. Trying to find that image.
Exactly. This is your homework for tonight. We want you to find it and show us tomorrow in class.
Yeah. Are we done with Ubisoft then?
I think we're done with Ubisoft.
And we're not going to acknowledge Gearbox because we
We
said
already acknowledged Gearbox.
We did, yeah. We already
we
acknowledged,
acknowledged they existed earlier.
Yeah.
and that's all they need.
Wow.
I can't remember anything else Ubisoft did. So, if they did do anything else, it clearly wasn't important because I don't remember it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
then we can wrap things up then.
Yep. So that
Have a great night.
Yeah, that concludes our E3 Day 1 podcast. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Make sure to like the video. Stuff. Check us out on Twitter and Twitch. We do other stuff there as well.
Yep, we post
And also tune in next time, tomorrow, because we're going to be doing another podcast for Day 2 of E3. We're going to be doing one for every day at E3.
Yeah, so if you like what you're seeing, or hearing rather, we're going to be doing this all week. Well, all weekend, rather.
Yeah, we're marathoning.
But anyways, have a good night, everyone.
See you soon.